to the physics lab. This is the first lab of 21L. It's also, right now, the first time I've done it. So, things may not work the way I think they did. The first thing we have is we have these spheres. There's two of them. 1, 2. Can you count that high? I knew you could. Except for you. Alright, and we also have what's called an electrometer, and we have a grounding strap. Now, the way you hook it up is pretty straightforward. There's really no way to hook it up wrong. But it's very important to get the grounding strap hooked up to the ground on there, and this one, the ground strap for the electrometer, for the sphere, hooked up also to the ground. Then what you want to do is, you want to ground out the sphere. The way to do that is you take the ground strap and you put it like that, and you rub it all over like that, like a crystal ball. Okay? Can you do that? Colin says he can't do it. Alright, and then you ground yourself. And you use the electrometer to see how much of a charge you have. You should have 0. And you can keep grounding yourself out until you do it. If it's a wet day, this is probably not going to work well. Today is a wet day. It's probably not going to work well. Then what you do is you take your materials and you rub them, and then you put the right next to it, and you see how it pegged it one way. That's odd. I thought it was supposed to be the other. Alright, it pegs the electrometer. Alright? You shouldn't try to peg it, but again, it's a cold day. You do this one, you get a different direction. That's why I was holding the other one before. Ooh. See, as I move the thing closer, further away. Alright? So you see how to do that. And you fill out the chart that I'm going to make up, Excel spreadsheet that you don't have, but I'm going to have to make up this week. And you get it all done, right? That's the easy one. Oh, that's not too hard. Do a couple of those. Now, for the second one, we're going to, let's see, it says to ground sphere. I don't know how good this manual is, so you're going to have to bear with me. It says to ground the sphere number 2 temporarily to remove all charge. This is sphere number 2, and you ground it the same way. You put the ground strap on it. All right? And then we choose a rod that can produce a negative charge. Well, this one did. See? Negative charge. All right? And then we confirm the fact that you have negative charge on the rod by bringing it close to the electrometer. I just did that. Ooh. And then you bring the rod next to sphere 2 without touching it. Don't touch it. Leave just enough to fit the proof plane in between. Where's the proof plane? Here it is. This is a proof plane. And we want to fit just enough to put it in between. Alright? So using the proof plane, remove some charge from side A of the sphere, number 2. Identify the polarity of that charge with electric. So I go like this. Okay? And then I come over here and I look at it and it's negative. Let me make it just all the way over. Oh, wait a minute. Did I do wrong? Oh, okay. And let's put that over here. I don't know if this is working or not. Hi! See that spark? That's a bad thing. Let's try this again. Okay. So let's ground this guy out. I think this might still be charged up. Put it all the way over here. Alright. And then you basically just touch it to here and you record your findings. I think that's how it'll work. We'll see for sure. I still got to work on this a little bit. Alright. And then we go, that's for part 1 and part 2. Now for part 3, it says ground yourself, the electrometer, and the spheres to remove any charges. So we do this again. And you rub it around. Oh, it feels good.
PC, Matt, PC.
All right. Okay. Then you verify the rod on the charge is negative. All right, so we do that like this. That's not the rod. This one's the rod with the negative charge. Okay, and it is. It's negative. Bring the rod next to, but not touching sphere 2, and touch the grounding clip to the surface of sphere. Let's see. Ground clip to the surface of sphere 2 at point B. Where the hell is point B? Oh, that's far away. So you go on the opposite side, you go like this. You touch it like that. All right. And remove the ground and then the rod. All right. Find the charge on sphere 2 and record. Well, and I guess we do that the same way we did it in part 2. I think. That would make sense. All right, so that's part 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to have to redo this video when I understand this lab a little better. Now, part 4 is the same as part 3, except in part 3, we touch the grounding strap over to the opposite side here of where we were inducing the charge. On part 4, we're going to touch it to the same side. So we should have the opposite charge. I think. I got to think about this for sure. I got to do the experiment myself. All right? Remember, this is the first time I've done this experiment too. You think I'm an expert on it? No, it doesn't work that way. Okay? Now, the secret code for today's lab is Bruce Wayne. You got that? All right. Have fun, and I'll see you in the physics lab.